All right, everyone, we are back at it again, playing a Fox 8Q. Interesting. We're trying to rank up, and we might not be able to. We're up against an 8Q, so it's gonna be interesting to see. This looks to be like a person who has done. That's a weird move. Okay, so this is where I'm kind of like, do I take the 3/3 or do I counter pincer? Well, it's kind of awkward. Looks like he wants influence, in all honesty. If we jump, we can't really do much. So we're just going to take the 3/3. Why not? And he does not want us to have the 3/3. All right, so we're just going to connect up back to our stones. And he decides to approach. Well, with the approach, we can start pushing this stone. We can do a large knight. If he invades a 3/3, we just don't know what to do. Let's do the large knights. Put a little pressure on this one stone here. Okay. And let's see what he does. But this is gonna be... Now that is a weird move. That is a very, very weird move. And the name of the game is to surround and keep your groups connected. So we don't want to do anything crazy. So I'm just gonna pull back, connect up back to my group, keep things simple, right? He might cut. More power. Oh, he does not cut. Interesting. So he doesn't want to cut. If we extend, it gets a little bit iffy here. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we can just protect, take outside influence, and put pressure on this one stone? I don't know. This is interesting. I'm tempted. Is this stone important? It kind of prevents him. You know what? I'm going to connect because the next move is Sente to split the stone off. And if he decides to go there, we can start pressuring him. We still have the 3/3. This seems really... You know what? I'm just going to turn, protect my corner. His stone's going to get isolated very soon. He's going to slide. That's fine. And you know what? If he slides, he has this area, right? So can we just press him onto the third line? We'll take outside influence and we'll expand to the center. That's a move. that's a very slow move. We can develop this side, or we can come back protecting our group back here. He does have a couple forcing moves, so it would be nice if he wedges, we Atari, we kind of come out. It would be nice to kind of jump up right here, breaking it. But it looks to be like we are okay. Ooh, this Hane seems pretty nice. So I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to come back protecting this corner. The Atari here with the actual Hane here seems really, really good for us. Okay, he wants to take second line, so we'll give it to him. We'll just take this whole corner. Yeah. Okay. Can we double Atari here? Or double Hane, right? If we double Hane, he double Ataris us. We connect one side, he connects. Nah. It doesn't look like it's meaningful. So I'm just going to extend. I'm going to extend once more. And then we can protect our cut. let's see. How do I want to do this? We could stay solid. We could... You know what? Let's just... bump one more time. He has to extend. Okay. And we can connect. Or we can honey. Doesn't matter. Alright, this seems nice. Okay. So. We have nice outside influence. We could pillar down, but that's really small right now. Do we have the strength here? No, we don't. We have a weakness here, so we're going to come back and fix our weakness. We don't want to have double Atari right here on the side and then lose the Stones of 4. He has a couple Ataris right here we can poke at later. Okay, that doesn't really mean anything. So, the question is, if I approach here and he hits on top, can I force the cut? Boom, boom. There's a lot of Sente moves here. And this is his corner. But we have big Moyo energy right now. We don't want to get surrounded, right? We could jump. He also has this, which is annoying. And we actually don't have a base just yet. So, what do we do? Let's just... I don't know, jump into the center, right? Just jump. We can do a nice big old jump. And he might follow. Yeah, he might follow. This is a really small move. It doesn't really threaten anything. And he's going to take the enclosure. So if he takes the enclosure, there's a lot of cuts here that I kind of want to press. Will he let me? If I go here... If I go here, he blocks, I come out to here. He blocks, I Atari, he goes down, I connect. Is that enough to kind of get through everything? I'm not too sure. Or I can do this and just jump out, asking him what he wants. Right? Yeah, his side is pretty gnarly. Let's see. Can I disrupt this whole area right here? Or do I just take an extension? Because he never really got anywhere with this. I could just take big points right here. I could push. He connects. I honey on top kind of thing. Not sure. I could extend here. I could 3-3. You know what? I'm not really good with invasions, so I'm just going to 3-3. I don't know the variation of the one space below and that very well, so I'm just going to do what I know. Keep it simple. Just 3-3. Don't want him to get such a huge Moyo, right? Okay. Gonna get out. And we can actually cut here. Do I want to cut? You know what? I'm just gonna do this first. Let's do this. And then we are alive in the corner. The ladder doesn't really work. So If he hanes, we go here, he throws in. Do we need to invest in one more move to stay alive here? That's the question. I can't tell. I'm very bad with Tsuji. I believe this is the shape point right here. Or is it this side? I know it's one of these sides. If I play here, he puts in right here, we block. Pushes up, we have one eye. Yeah. If he goes in, we block. Right, he goes in, we block. This is shape move right here. So this right here is my shape move. Okay. I'm just gonna invest one more move. I don't need to, but I will. Just so that I know I'm alive in the quarter. So now he has to figure out how he's gonna make points. He has a couple points here, a couple points there. That is a very far area. And it looks like we are alive in this area. We have the corner. Our groups are fairly connected with the exception of this one weak point right here. If he Ataris, we go here, he goes up. It gets a little iffy. So can we prevent that? Or we just build our area on top? Okay. I could push through. Or I can surround. Surround gives me my extension right here, and then I can later shoulder hit. Maybe. What's a bigger move? You know what? I'm gonna shoulder hit now. This gives me my extension from this enclosure. It's my extension right here. I have a little bit of strength everywhere. He might push and cut. That's fine. But as he pushes and cut, we're going to build a large area right here, and then we're going to cap this stone. We'll give him the points on the side right here, but this capping move is pretty nice later on. So, okay. He decides to play there. So I want to play a shape move, and it kind of pushes on his shape right here. So I'm going to make my table shape to prevent him from coming in. He did have an attachment right here that he could have pushed through. And this kind of pokes at the peep, and then I can do the cut later on right here. So that would be pretty nice if I'm able to push and cut. And so we do want to connect our group here to something. The cap might be the way to go. He is overextending. Yeah, he's overextending. Because what happens if I push right here? I mean, I can give you this, but I'm gonna take this after I just pop right here and go straight down. Or I can shoulder hit right here. No idea. Yeah, this entrance here, we have territory right here. So what do I want to do? I can take this top half. Yeah. You know what? Let me ask a question. I want to protect this side. I want to see what he does. Will he come on back, or will he extend forward and then allow me to kind of poke at his shape? Even if he goes forward, I can just push down, straight down, which is pretty nice. He can enter. But the faster that he enters, the more that we're just going to cut through his shape later on. So we want to be strong everywhere. That's fine. Okay. He can extend all he wants. Again, what I care about is protecting my weakness over here. Uh-huh. And how do I protect my weakness? He can build a tiger's mouth here, right? So we don't want that. Now we could block right here, tiger's mouth, or we could just make nice shape. I'm going to make shape, protect my cut right here. I do have a cut. So I'm going to protect. He's got a Hane. We're going to attach right here. And then we'll go from there. Ooh. Okay. So he is really going after this area. This seems like an overplay because I can shoulder hit here. And disconnect this stone from the rest of the group. It really does seem like an overplay. Well, what's bigger? Do I want to disconnect or do I just want to build my area? I could just build right here, taking these points, right? I could block. Let me ask a question. I'll just disrupt him right now. Will he let me through? No? Can I go through? Really? You're gonna let me through? Huh. Well, I'll be. Okay. So he's letting me through, which is quite nice. Okay, how about if I shoulder hit here? Now, do I want to be super aggressive? Yeah, sure. We'll cut. We still have a way to get back. So, And we're aiming at this cut later. We'll just tear off this one stone. Okay. And I don't know. How do I want to do this? Do I just get out? I just get out, right? Or I could push. Prevent him from getting a Panuki. Yeah, why not? Let's just prevent the Panuki. Alright, so we've successfully separated this one stone. We're a little heavy, but we can now surround our top. We have a nice area right here. And let's just take our profit. Now he might try to press on this area right here, which is what he's trying to do. But I don't think it's gonna work as well as he thinks it will. I'm gonna poke at his shape. And which side do I want to connect with more? This side seems much stronger, so I want to connect my stones up. So I will just do a nice, I don't know, connection right here. And we'll just take the top. And that's fine. He can push, we block, he cuts, we Atari. And right now he's threatening to come into our area, so we don't want him to come in. So we'll just protect our area, making nice shape, preventing this cut from ever happening. And then we go from there. And he decides to do that move. That I don't think is going to work too well for you because we can clamp right here and take our corner back. Okay. And if we Atari, right? He's gonna do whatever, so we're just gonna jump now. Okay. Okay. He's gonna Atari. Nope. Oh, he's not. Very good. So we'll just Atari these stones. Okay. And then we will connect. We had a forcing move right there, but it's okay. Not a big deal. We're just going to play here. And then we are going to protect. Stay connected. And he's going to try to invade, obviously. So if that's the case, we can poke right here. And we can, I don't know. What's a good move? Yeah, we can do this. Just defend our corner. He's going to try to come in, but he can't. We have the bamboo connection here. We have a connection out here. There's not much that he can do. He's going to try to push here. We have a cut. So just to prevent anything from happening, we can block it right here. Let's see. Is there a bigger endgame move right now? Yes, there is. If he pushes, we block. Yeah, there's still a couple invasion points here that I'm kind of like about. So let us just... He can Hane, we disconnect. We have a lot of weaknesses here. Not too sure. There's endgame right here. There's endgame over here. There is a cut here. There's a couple cuts over here. We have 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, guys. What is big? I guess just stay solid. Whatever. And then if he pushes, we'll just hop. Yep. Yeah, we'll do once more. Push, block. And he's gonna cut. He's not gonna cut. Nice. Yes, sir. That is your right. And we are going to not... Okay. There's a peep right here. There's an Atari right here. Not too worried about that. He's just solidifying our points. We have a push right here. Yep. I don't know what that move is for, so we're gonna push right here. Okay. We're gonna block right here. That doesn't do anything. Okay, we'll stay solid. It doesn't do anything. Yes, sir. That is a move. Any other endgame moves? Right here. Threaten to split. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. We'll just stay with the bamboo right here. Yes. Push, push. Okay, we're gonna block right here. Atari. Can I do this? Let's just stay connected. He's gonna push. We're gonna stay connected. Atari, block. He's gonna try to do something here. Okay. Let's see. Can this work? Throw in, take. I don't see this working. I don't see this working. Yeah. There's an Atari. Okay. Uh-huh. I see this. Just pull back. Now there are some Aji here. I wonder if I could do anything here. Let's see. This is big. This is also big here. Can I do anything here?
Yoyomi now starts.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. I'm surprised I have 31 seconds of Yoyomi here. There's a lot of things here. I'm trying to figure out what's the best move. If he pushes, that's 1 point. I really want to try and make something happen here. Let me see. It might not happen. But I'm curious. Oh, good. Push. Push. Dun. Down, push, down, push, down. Okay. Let's push here. Okay. We're just gonna play endgame moves. Okay. Let's push here. Okay. We have a cut here. I don't like. Okay. He should fix. If he Ataris, then we kind of just get it. Good. Okay, so he saw that. Okay. Atari. So that's that. It's big. Okay, Atari in, block. Okay, block. We are now connected everywhere. Block. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is a point. That's nice. Sure. That's a point for you, yes. Okay. Where's he going? Let's block. Okay. And then we play here. How's the score? I can't tell who's winning, to be honest. Oh, he's trying. Okay. Let's see. How do we do this? Atari out. Yeah, this is just a ladder into my stones. Right? Okay. Just get rid of the Aji. Can I get rid of the Aji? How do I get rid of the Aji? Protect the cuts. Connect. I don't know what to do. What do I do? I think just connect. Stay connected. Sure. There's a Tsuji here, isn't there? No, what am I doing? There isn't. I don't think there is anything else. So I'm thinking I'm going to pass, but it looks like we've won. Let me see. Estimate. We are winning by 3 points. Wow, this was a close game. And this is a Fox game, so just so that there's no more Aji, I guess we'll play Dame. Okay. Are we still at 3? Yeah, we're still at 3 points. This player did very well. I guess I'm closer to 8Q. Funny enough. Okay, estimate score. We got 3. Everything seems to be accounted for, so I'm going to request counting. How the heck do I request counting? AI referee request counting. There are no moves. Okay, can we request counting? Okay, black wins by 1.5 stones. Okay, we won. Wow, that was a close game. That was... I'm shocked by that game. There's a lot of things that... Yeah, the invasion here. I just didn't know how to do the invasion. I really didn't. Managing my weak groups. I had a lot of weak groups that Again, this is my first game of the day, so to be expected. But we've won, which is pretty nice. We have 11 wins, 0 losses, so that's good. How's our opponent? Is our opponent truly... I think he's real, yeah. Wow, he's been on a losing streak, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, black won by 1.5 points. That is a very close game. Wow, that is amazing. How I am about 1.5 points. So 8Q is tough. Surprisingly, I don't. And it sucks because I'm also changing the play style. I'm trying to be a little bit more calm when I'm playing, thinking out my moves and all of that. So I'm pretty sure if we go to game analysis here, I'm pretty sure. If you guys can see, can you guys not see it? Okay, let me see here. Okay, move. Let me see. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. If we take a look at the moves here, right? So this beginning move, I'm not too sure how to have dealt with the super far pincer. I think this is what really threw me off of my game. I really wanted to push right here, but I was afraid of the double invasion right here. We kick, he stands, we jump. I guess we didn't need to worry about it. He makes a base, we invade. Maybe something like this. Oops, that's not the right move. Maybe we go up. Okay. Okay, he needs to kind of push through, and then we have a living shape. One more time. Okay. He has something like this. Maybe that's what he was aiming for, and then we just do a nice surround on the 2 stones here, and then start taking. This probably would have been better, but it kind of threw me off guard, and I was doing the intro while we were doing this. So yeah, okay, so stop. Okay, and then let's see, we keep going, right? He then backs off, which kind of seemed odd, so I would have to connect anyways. I don't think I needed to play another move here, to be honest. What is he gonna do if he... I'm sorry. If we defend, if he pushes up, right? We have this into this. I don't think it's gonna work too well. Or we go up, he comes up, we threaten, he connects, and then we're out. And we're alive in the corner. Right? Or this way. I don't think he would do that. Right? Something like this. And we're alive in the corner right here. Right? 2 eyes. So we would run out, and as we're running out, we can start pressing on the stick over here. So we could have done that. Okay, but we decided not to. We have outside influence. Now this overhang stone was a pain. I didn't like the overhang stone. And so what happened? He went in for, like I said, these are all Josekis that I don't know, like the approaches. I don't know what to respond. I just know it's like, hey, let's connect our groups up. And that's all I was really doing. Maybe I could have done this. The ladder favors him though, so I didn't like that idea. But we could have kind of done something like this, or just done like shape move here. Maybe. Yeah, that could have been. The turn here is too slow. I disagree with my move here. This turn was too slow. If anything, I should have counter pincer. I think the counter pincer here would have been better. If he jumps, we take away his base, and now he has to survive somehow. If he decides to go in for the corner, then this is a nice thing for us, right? We have all the stones in place already, and we have a nice massive wall. So that was my mistake. I made it more complicated than I need to. So, and jumping out, giving him the third line, that was really nice. Yeah, this move probably costed me a good 20 points later on. This move right here. Oh, and you guys should be able to see. No, I don't. Oh yeah, here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, AI. There we go. So yeah, this move on the Q4, not a good move. Okay, so 22, sure. 23, again, we don't need this. 23, 24. This one, again, I think my corner was fine. Even if he extended here, just right here, we're alive. One move, we're alive. Yes, he might get outside. But that we can easily invade here later on. So this was a very slow move. And, you know, I just started taking outside influence here. We had a lot of cuts, so I didn't want to be hyper aggressive, but pushing him on the second line, that was fine by me. Okay. And then right here, this is where I have to see this in the AI editor. I'm not too sure. I wanted to do this. I really do. But if he clamps, if he taps me, right? Which way do I go? If I go this way, he blocks, I jump, right? And then he caps. Not too sure if this would have done anything, because again, he had this, right? He can push. Oh, he should actually pull back. We might be able to make 2 eyes here. It just gets a little iffy. I'm not too sure about this variation. If I did this and we decide to go in, he gets outside influence and then we get the corner. Maybe. And we've reduced him by quite a bit. But I was like, you know what? If we're gonna give him the wall anyways, doing that, he's getting 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of territory. So just invade, right? And just have an Aji stone here for later. Now the question is, what happens? And this is what I read. Is the corner alive? Can I Tanuki? Because I wanted to Tanuki here, right? I wanted to like get a big extension, build my Moyo up. I wanted to kind of ask a question, can I come into your area? I wanted to get this extension over here. Like there was a lot of moves that I wanted to do. But the question is, this invasion has to be successful. I gave him the outside influence, the strength to play on the outside. And he's facing my potential area. So he's canceling out my Moyo. So that means I need a profit. If I lose the corner because I failed the invasion, I gave him the winning move, right? And what I read, say I played this at Tanuki, what I read was he plays here, he plays here, and then he plays here. I don't see me making 2 eyes if he plays that move. That was the vital point of the whole shape, right? So the question is, where do I play? And I played where the vital point was. This is literally what I read out in my mind, and you guys can rewind and take a look. I said B18 is the vital point. And the reason why I say that is because this is where I can make the 2 eyes, right here. So if I don't play there, and I allow him to play there, okay, am I alive? Like, if he just plays right here, am I alive? Well, let's see. I need to make 2 eyes. So first things first, I need to kind of border off some area. So I want to play A2. He's going to go down. I'm going to play this. This is not a true eye just yet. But what if he plays here? Okay, I block. And what? Right? What am I doing? If he plays here, it's a Seki. No, it's not a Seki yet. Okay, so I would have to play down. And then he would play... Or I would play... Let me see here. Yeah, I really don't know. I would have to play here. And I can't make that second eye. This is a Seki, right? Because if I play if I play here, he just takes, we take back. So it's a no-go situation, right? And if I play here, it's an target on the whole thing. So this whole corner sequence, if he throws in at B18, is death for me. That's what I read. And so I had to spend 1 more move to ensure I have the corner because I want my invasion to be successful, which allowed him to get an extension, rightfully so. So I shoulder hit here to kind of contain him. He jumps up. We make table shape. What I saw was this. Oops. What I saw was this. And I was not feeling too confident. I mean, I could do this. He runs out, right? And I would be forced to connect, but if he does this, then what do? Go up, right? No. Go this way, right? And then I would have to fix my cut. And then he can kind of start running out. We'll have to start surrounding him, but we actually have a weakness right here, so we need a fix, and then he can run out. So this is what I read, and I didn't want to separate my group with that cut. So, fix our weakness, allows him to get more equity, right? The more potential, that's fine. And now the question is, what do I do? Do I cap? Right, if I cap, he goes here, connects, and then throws in. You know, he's going to look at my cut. I block. Comes out. Destroys my whole area right here. Might have been better because at this point, this is looking okay for white. Again, I would have to play here and then I would be in a better lead. But him jumping here was actually really painful. Yeah, this was painful. Right? And I didn't want to do this again because, you know, I have this issue. So, yeah, but he did very well. He allowed me to build a wall here. So that, I think, was my saving grace. Pushing through, he did wonderful reductions here. I think he overall played really well. This was a tough match for me, surprisingly. Just because I just didn't know the variations at all. I really didn't know any of the variations, and it really threw me. Yeah, this move, I was afraid right here of this. Or, sorry, not that. What was it? This move right here. Because if I cut, he has a couple of forcing moves. I shouldn't have been too afraid. But it kind of, it's like a wedge in the jumps here. So I didn't want that to happen. So anyways. Going through. This was gnarly. Reading this out saved me, to be honest. So just connecting, making sure I'm safe. I had to play that way because if I block right here, Atari, or not Atari, just cut, and yeah, what am I doing? Right? He would have won in this regard right here. He would have won. So just sacrifice this. I wonder if he could have done this. And then wedge? No. Going through. Block. Yeah, this was scary. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties versus his 2, so I didn't think it would have been an issue. Right? Even if he Atari'd here. Atari. Right? He can't do that. He could force, but it wouldn't do anything. Right? It wouldn't do anything. So, didn't think that was an issue. This, I try to see, you know, if he does this, decides to take, then we can do this. Right? Come on out. He still has to come here. We do this. Right? He goes here. Atari. Oh, look. Atari. Ha ha ha. Like, that was kind of see if he was paying attention. Didn't think it was going to work, but figured why not put some Aji stones here. Also, like, if he, you know, did this, right? I was looking at this as well. Okay. He could block. We could try to separate. He takes, right? And then now he has to fill. We go down. He goes here. And this Atari, he takes, block, fill, and it doesn't do anything. So I read it out going down, but I didn't have any supporting stones there, so it didn't work too well. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a long video recording, 50 minutes, and we're done. So we beat an 8Q. Woohoo! Oh, this is going to be fun. Anyways, take care, guys.